We are going to read our book today called I Love Bugs by Emma Dodd. Remember, when we are reading, we can ask ourselves questions and read to get the answers. And we did that yesterday, but as we read a book the second time, we can ask more questions and look for answers later in the story. Sometimes, when we read a second time, we find things in the book that we missed the first time. And we can always use the words and the pictures, the illustrations and the text to give us details that help us to answer our questions. So as we read, we're going to listen for evidence in the text and find the details that we need. I Love Bugs by Emma Dodd.
I Love Bugs by Emma Dodd. I love all bugs, big and small bugs.
So what tool is the boy using to observe these bugs in the illustration? Right here, he is using a magnifying glass. And what it does is it makes the little bug be a whole lot bigger so that he can see it.
I love springy, jumpy, leapy bugs and slimy, crawly, creepy bugs.
So the text tells us that the boy loves jumpy, leapy bugs. Look at the illustration. Which bug is jumping? The grasshopper. He is the one that is jumping. Very nice.
I love hard, spiky, spiny bugs and pretty, spotty, shiny bugs.
So here I read that the boy loves spiky and shiny bugs. I'm going to ask the question, does the boy like soft bugs too? I'm going to keep reading so I can find out the answer.
I love fuzzy, sunny honey bugs and furry, worry, funny bugs.
So before I ask if the boy liked soft bugs, I find my answer on these pages. He loves fuzzy and furry bugs. They are soft. I'll keep asking and answering more questions as I read.
I love brightly colored wing bugs and stripy, swipey, sting bugs.
So here the boy says he loves bugs with bright wings and bugs with stripes. Look at the illustrations. Which bugs have bright wings? Which bugs should I circle that have bright wings? I see 3 of them. Can you find them? We have 1, 2, 3 butterflies with bright wings. Now I'm not circling the bees because the bees only have white wings. They're not really bright in color.
I love whiny, buzzy sound bugs and glide across the ground bugs.
Which bugs do you think are whiny, buzzy bugs? It's probably these flies here, isn't it? Which bugs do you think are the glide across the ground bugs? The centipedes. The bugs that are really long with a lot of legs.
I love flouncy, frilly flutter bugs and silly clitter clutter bugs.
Do you think that there's any bugs that the boy doesn't like? How could we find out the answer to this question? We can continue reading to find out.
I love fly around the light bugs and curl up tight bugs.
Remember, we have learned about words that begin and end with the P and the T sounds. So let's listen to this sentence again and see if we can find words that begin or end with the P sound.
I love fly around the light bugs and curl up tight bugs.
Up is a word that ends in the P sound, the P sound. Very good. Which words end in the T sound? Let's listen again for that T sound.
I love fly around the light bugs and curl up tight bugs.
Light and tight. Those end in the T sound. Very good. Good listening.
Yes, I love all bugs. Hop and fly and crawl bugs.
So earlier in the book, I wondered if there were any bugs that the boy did not love. And here we find the answer. He says, I love all bugs. So there are not any bugs that he doesn't like. Let's listen and find a word that ends in the P sound.
Yes, I love all bugs. Hop and fly and crawl bugs.
Did you hear the word that ends in the P sound? The P is made by this little P here. So hop ends in the P sound.
But the best bugs are hairy bugs, eight-legged scary bugs.
So can you find any of our sight words or high frequency words on this page? I see one. Right here is one. Do you remember what that word is? T-H-E is how we spell it. T-H-E spells the. The is one of our sight words.
The hang from the ceiling bugs.
What is this spider hanging from, do you think? We don't really see what the string is attached to. How do you know he's hanging from the ceiling? Because the text tells us.
The hang from the ceiling bugs.
So we need to use the illustrations and the text whenever we're reading stories.
And send me squealing bugs.
Why do you think the author wrote this story? Do you think maybe she loves bugs as much as the boy does? Maybe. Thank you for listening to the story with me today.